Hey, how's it going, everyone? AJ Phinn in the building. Greetings, Facebook fans and listeners, YouTube across the world. Yes, today is another great day, and today we're going to talk about MSIs. And also, we want to let you know that today is AJ Phinn Make a Video Challenge Day. I'm saying it's the day for you to make a video. Not me. AJ Finn is just challenging you. All right. So today we just want to talk about MSIs real quick. MSIs is multiple sources of income. All right. Multiple sources of income can help you to make things actually work. And what we mean by that is that you could be standing here making a video and earning money at the same time, right? First of all, we don't make money, we earn money, meaning that we have to provide value in exchange for dollars and cents, okay? We have to provide value in exchange for dollars and cents, all right? It sounds quite simple, actually, right? Sometimes it's not always easy, but it's very, very simple. Doesn't have to be difficult. Maybe it's a little bit challenging, but everything's a bit of a challenge, especially when you're new to something, right? Been working 9 to 5 for 20 years straight. That's nonsense. Throw that out. No, I'm just joking. Job, J-O-B, just over broke. No, I'm just joking. You know, you gotta use a job. My mom always said that a job is a stepping stone, right? So getting a job could actually be one of the best things that ever happened in your life, especially when it's a good job. You know, even if it's not paying the best, sometimes it starts off at a lower pay and then eventually you get yourself up to a higher pay, you know, or maybe you go to a different job, right? Now, there are some teachers out there that teach that, you know, jobs are nonsense and a waste of time, right? And I have this saying where I feel like everyone's right. So if we go down that road and we talk about that for a sec, we're gonna find out that number one, trading time for money doesn't really work in the long run. We used to have something that we used to do back in the day called the 40-40-40 plan, meaning you work 40 hours a week for 40 years to get to retire for another 40, if that, right? Kind of boring, not really that meaningful, right? Now, the way that we like to do things is that we look at investment, number two, which is one of the best ways to earn money. However, not everyone has the proper investment money, you know, in the pocket to start a big business, which is usually at $65,000 upwards to about $200,000 or more. I implore you to find business opportunities among your circle of influence that you can start at a very small price. You know, sometimes it's as simple as jumping into the real estate game and asking a few family members for $10,000 each or $5,000 each or even $2,000 each. OPM, other people's money. Study that strategy. OPM, other people's money. There's nothing wrong with asking someone, you know, on a term basis to borrow some money and make sure that you return it to them on that specific date. Even if you don't return it on that specific date, make sure that most of the funds are returned. If the agreement is very solid, which the agreement should be solid, especially if you're coming to an investor or a lender, you know, that person is going to want their money on time. If not completely on time, then it has to be, you know, in, you know, proper alignment with that time. You know, you mess up a payment, in the next 30 days you got to pay up, or else maybe your next line of funding will be cut. Okay, you're dealing with a strict business person, a shrewd businessman. All right, so, you know, there's challenges, yes, sometimes dealing with investors, and sometimes you get to the point where you feel like, okay, I don't know if I even want to waste my time asking for money. But, you know, the Bible says, ask and you shall receive, all right? The ancient scriptures, as I call them at times, you can look at my book, Net Worth King, and there's a few times where I don't necessarily mention the term Bible, but I say ancient scriptures, okay? The ancient text, actually, that's how I explain it, the ancient text. I like that explanation the best because some people don't want to associate themselves with the terminology of God, And that's okay. They might want to use the term universe. That's okay. Whatever they like, whatever works for them. But at the end of the day, as long as we're making strides, you know, towards the upliftment of what we're actually doing, then we could actually make sense of it all. So MSIs is the way to go. MSIs means multiple sources of income. How do we set up MSIs? Well, first of all, you start business, you invest, you go into your community and you work with others and you have conversations with like-minded people, okay? And what happens is that when you really think a little bit, right? Most people don't really think that much, believe it or not. But when you think a little bit, talk with your fellow humans, okay? Your brothers and sisters, treat your brothers and sisters with kindness and decency. When you actually listen a little bit more, or listen a lot more instead of talking so much, right? And moving away from media, rhetoric, and jargon, and you actually sit down and talk with your associates, then you can gain knowledge and experience. And also you can use OPM, other people's money, and you can also put your money together into a project or projects. Now, there's something called residual income or passive income, which means basically working on a project once and then getting paid on that project over and over again, like my book, which you can look up on Amazon.com or Amazon.ca. It's for a very nominal price, only $4.49 right now. You know, get your copy while that offer is still alive and well. It's an ebook at this time. We're gonna have the paperback and the audiobook version coming out real soon, so I'm glad to let you know about that, because you know it's big news. You know, the audiobook, the paperback version. It's called Net Worth King, the power of networking, the keys to success. So basically the book just talks about working with your fellow humans. It basically talks about getting out of your shell and saying hi a little bit more, smiling a little bit more, and being able to engage with people, and also understanding that this is basically our riches. Our riches are in the people, right? In our people, in the people, right? And it's very important to understand these things. So when you sit down collectively and work together with your fellow human beings, you will find that you can reach states of consciousness that maybe were not there in your initial awareness at the time. But you can put your thoughts together, you can lock arms together, and you can actually create, right? You can check out my book called Net Worth King on Amazon.com. Net Worth King by AJ Phinn. Okay, that's AJ, and then P as in power, H as in house or home, I as in international, and then double N as in numbers. Yeah, check it out, Net Worth King, right? And in that book, I explain to you, you know, really about working together with people. The notion of networking and understanding that networking can create compound effects in your life. Networking is really the key to success. It's the truth, right? Because when you move out of your own way and move out of others' way and just implore yourself to work with others and listen for a minute, you know, stop talking so much. You have 2 ears and 1 mouth, okay? Meaning that it's actually a little bit or even a lot better to listen. And when you listen, you learn, okay? Listen and learn. So I implore you to purchase a copy of Net Worth King, because it's a very good book. I mean, that is if you want to, right? You don't have to. You can buy other books. I can tell you about all kinds of cool books if you want to know about some other books, all right? But right now, that's the book that I'm marketing. Don't get at me for marketing. I love marketing. I'll market all day. I'll market my book again. Net Worth King, Amazon.com. Check it out. $449. No, I'm joking. It's only $4.49 right now anyways. You can get it for that price for the time being. So right now we just want to talk about MSIs one more time. Multiple sources of income. How do we get multiple sources of income? Well, you just start. The first thing I would advise you to do is call your friend or call a new friend, you know, not a new friend. You know, I believe in keeping a small circle, but what I mean is, you know, you gain these friends along the way, you know, that are connected, you know, through the 6 degrees of separation, and so forth, you know, if that does exist. I mean, I feel like it does exist, right? Why not? Come on. 6 degrees of separation, right? That means that there's a side to it where you know everyone in this whole entire world. It kind of sounds crazy, right? But you know someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows someone that knows that person. And that person is a millionaire or a billionaire. Maybe you can make some money, right? It's not always about money, but to earn that money, you got to give something in return if that's what you want. Okay, the law of receiving is in direct proportion to giving. So it's not really a big deal. Just go out and make it happen, and think about MSIs, multiple sources of income. That's the real way to go. AJ Phinn signing out. Talk to y'all soon.